Once upon a time, there was a wizard named Rodrigo, and he cast a terrible spell.
Not that kind of story.
That's what I'm writing then. Rodrigo and his dastardly deeds of depravity. In this chapter, he finds a beautiful, scantily clad, screaming maid tied up to an enormous worm.
A real one.
Those are boring. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was being a pest.
Her name was Beth.
And this girl had a monster of a sister.
Joe.
That's right. Its name was Joe.
And Beth liked her monster very much.
And there were 2 other sisters in there, somewhere. And a father and a mother. And this family lived in a house outside the country. And outside of that city was an even bigger country.
And that country went to war.
To war with itself. But even though the father went away to fight,
And that was hard.
even if the world had split apart, that little girl and her monster, together they were whole.
What happened when they grew up?
In this story, Beth, they never grow up. They just stay the same, and it lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever, Joe. Tell it again.
But I don't want to!
Joe!
But I don't want to, Meg!
You're too young to turn your hair up, Amy.
Miss Amy, you're not doing nothing with braids. You're too little.
I'm not little Hannah. I'm practically a full-grown woman. I'm more of a woman than Joe, anyway.
What? Your hands clean at least?
Ink again.
I was writing my play. I must chase my inspiration in the morning before Aunt March breaks my spirit.
You going to do something about this?
What am I supposed to do? Where's Marley, Hannah?
Some creature came begging, and your ma went to see what was needed.
Why are you wearing the costume, Joe? We're not rehearsing today.
I'm man of the family, with father away.
Josephine is so childish, Meg. It's most aggravating.
Amy.
Aggregating. That's a new
You
one.
mean aggravating, dear.
Ow.
Aggregating.
So what, Joe? A lady should seek to improve her vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Stop writing them down.
Someday, I shall publish the collection.
You won't.
Won't.
Josephine.
Josephine!
Girls! Eat! Soldiers are starving in the fields.
I have no appetite.
Poor Joe. It must be hard to wait on Aunt March all day.
Torture. But come the new year, she'll take me to Europe.
I'd 1,000 times rather sit with Aunt March than be Mingot's governess with Mrs. Mingot of the Manhattan Mingots. Always talking down to me. Poor Meg.
At least neither of you have to go to school. The days are quite interminable.
Interminable.
Poor Amy.
Girls laugh at my braids and sniff because we're poor and label Papa for being an abolitionist.
Libel. Labels are for pickle bottles.
We all got through school, Amy, and you'll survive it too.
Ew, not bad. Why did she get to stay home?
Because I'm stupid.
Beth had nervous episodes.
I'm nervous.
Amy, hush.
Why does she do one thing and me another?
Different people need different things.
And you need to go to school, for you have a terrible case of the moron.
Joe.
I don't know that it's curable.
You are a moron. You stupid, icky, stupid old, stupid, Josephine stupid. When I grow up, I'm going to run away with a prince. That's all.
That's all.
And I shall never spoil my hands with working.
My hands are inky because I'm going to be a great writer and make my mark upon the world. And I'll buy Meg all the dresses you want, and you all the smelling primers. And what can I get you?
Oh, hot house of flowers. All I want is the family I have, you bad Joe.
How are you going to be a famous writer, Josephine? You're just a penniless little girl with a nasty temper and a pasted-on mustache. Really, Josephine, you are positively delusional.
Delusional.
In a couple of weeks, I'm off to Europe, and that's where I'll find the way to make my fortune.
Oh, Europe. Nobody cares.
You're just jealous.
Jealous.
You'll see, in Europe, I'll become Shakespeare and Dickens and Thackeray all in one.
Joe,
Hello, girls.
Marty!
Mustachios. Joe, it's early for the theater.
Ouch.
Where were you? Do you remember that immigrant woman with the baby, Mrs. Hummel? Her little boy came running. I went with him and found Mrs. Hummel terribly ill, and her children crying of hunger in conditions... Well, tried to help. Poor Marnie. Girls, I've been thinking. Christmas is almost here. It's been a hard winter with the war for many. Perhaps we can make some sacrifices. With Father away, we can't do much, but we can each play our part.
What?
Another Christmas, we'll be together, and we'll have Joe's theatrical, but perhaps no presents. You girls are becoming older, and that means learning what you need and what you don't. It is only a proposal.
Christmas without any presents?
Oh, Marnie, it just seems so sad. Does the war have to take everything? They work so hard, Marnie. And Beth does too. She does so much at home.
And me at school.
Maybe no presents, Marnie. But we each have $1. Perhaps we could just spend it on ourselves. Can't we just buy what we really want?
What we really need.
All right, girls. I surrender. Thank you, Marnie. I'm going to buy you something with my $1, Marnie. A real treat. I have enough.
Girls, it's potato o'clock. Miss Joe?
What? Jill, you know you can't. Ready, Amy? Come on. Present marches march. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
His truth is marching on. Meg, do you have a dime?
Potato.
A dime for limes, Meg. I'm dreadfully in debt.
Potato, Amy.
It's hot.
That's the point.
I owe a dozen pickled limes to the other girls at school, you see. For if one girl likes another, she gives her a lime. I've got so many, but I haven't returned any. And soon I shall become a piranha.
Pariah.
Joe.
Why don't you just spend your Christmas dollar on limes?
I shall be using my Christmas dollar to buy a muff, so I never have to carry around a dirty old potato ever again. Besides, that money is to buy something for ourselves, not for others.
I know we ought to give a presents gladly, but I'm just not that good.
We ought to do many things.
We ought to be grateful. After all, we have Father and Marnie and each other.
We don't have Father, and won't for a long time. Perhaps never.
Don't say that.
And my dollar can't bring it back, so I'm getting a muff.
Amy.
Oh.
What's that?
Hannah said Mr. Lawrence's grandson lived next door. His parents died.
He sure can play.
It's sad.
An orphan growing up alone in that big house, you'd be sad too.
He has a tutor, Hannah said, and his grandfather.
Can be lonely in a crowd if it's not the right crowd.
Don't, Joe. It's so boyish. Meg, my dime! My dime, Meg, my dime!
Potato!
Limes.
You never would have given me a dime in our school days.
Don't be jealous.
Me, jealous of Amy?
Time for work, Josephine. Joe.
Limes.
Oh, hello. You all right? I see Miss Nora.
Leave me alone to die in the snow.
Mom, what's the matter?
I can't say. It's too shameful.
Well, sure. A damsel in distress should retain an air of mystery. You're one of the March girls, aren't you? I've been watching. I mean, seeing you. I'm Peter Lawrence, and my friend's call me Lori.
Lori Lawrence? That's terrible. Why not Theodore?
It's just not who I am. Don't you want to go indoors?
Nobody understands in there.
Truly? You all seem so happy together. I mean, when I happen to see you.
They laugh at me and tease me and think I'm spoiled. No, nobody even tries to understand me anywhere.
Are you trying?
Well, I owe a dozen pickled lime to the other girls at school, you see.
Of course.
For if one likes another, she gives her a lime. I was becoming a piranha.
Naturally.
And Mr. Smith, he caught me passing a lime.
Scoundrel.
And he brought me up to the front of the room, and he took a run, and he whacked me!
Shall I kill him for you?
Yes, please. It's all red and hot.
skip your lessons forever. Oh. What is that?
It's the neighbor's little girl, Brooks.
Hello. Neighbor's little girl.
I'm not.
All right.
I am a full-grown woman.
Theodore, you have Latin.
Yes? Can I help you?
I found a damsel in distress upon your snowbank.
Amy, what are you doing here?
Christopher Columbus, why aren't you in school?
Please excuse us, mister.
I want to talk to Marnie.
Mister?
I want to talk to Marnie.
Please excuse us.
Brooks. I'm Brooks. She may need this. She's the damsel in distress. You must be the knight in shining armor.
Theodore.
Latin!
Joe! There is enough violence in this country without men hitting little girls.
I'm not a little girl.
You can take leave from school for now, Amy, and be tutored by me at home instead. And no lines in my classroom.
Let's wash your face. We all had to survive school, Marnie. Why shouldn't she?
You liked school. I got to stay home, Joe.
Yes, Beth, but you're my conscience is what you are, and Amy's terribly split. What kind of lesson would she learn?
Take, for instance, Beth's flowers.
Marnie, please, no analogies.
Here is a violet. How do we care for it, Beth?
They like things calm, not too hot or cold, and they like the shade of other plants, so we pot them with their relations.
And here is a rose. What does it need?
You need to put it where the sun is, and it's delicate. You have to give it support or it won't thrive.
The rose would wilt if you gave it the care of another flower.
Thorns!
Violet too. One isn't better than the other. They just need different things to survive.
So, if Beth is a violet,
Oh,
and Amy a rose, what is Meg?
a daisy. She bloomed before all the others.
Then I am moss, dirt, a rock.
You are whatever you're supposed to be. Look at them together. Aren't they beautiful? The wound is solved. With Mr. Lawrence's hanky, no less.
His name is Lori.
Lori Lawrence. It's terrible.
I'd like to hear all about him and the rest of your day. So go wash up for supper. Speaking of my day, Joe, the Mingots invited us to their dance this weekend.
Oh, no.
You must come with me, Joe. I know. You're too little, Amy.
Oh, please, Meg, I work all the time.
Joe, I work all the time, and I want an evening out, and you know I can't go unchaperoned, and we're growing up now, and that means we must appear in society, and I want it. I need it so much. Please.
But I'm the rock.
Do I look all right?
Don't ask me for wish opinions. I think I never say the right thing.
Just keep it as simple as, oh, Joe, your hair looks so well.
Oh, Meg. I like your dress.
Marty says I may have a silk when I'm married, but I'll be so old by the time that happens.
I should hope so. What?
Why are you holding your cup like that?
There's a rip in the seat.
Can't you hold your gloves over it?
I spilled lemonade.
And What is this?
A broom, I think.
Joe, just stand against the wall so nobody sees you. But don't put your hands behind you, or say Christopher Columbus, or stare, or bounce, or breathe.
Or tell you what, catch me doing anything wrong, just give me a poke.
What music might be like? I'll give a cough, like this.
Really?
Here comes Mrs. Mingo, Joe. Just stand there normally. Not normally, Joe. Appropriately.
Miss Josephine! Dear Miss March, are you all right?
Oh, yes.
The governess of the ball, and my heavens, don't you look smart?
Thank you.
The Cinderella before. Well, oh, here I am. I'll make a princess yet. No. Please, just so. Alakazam. Oh! Now you stay right there. Stay!
Meg, you can't see without your glasses.
I can
How
so.
many fingers am I holding up?
Don't be ridiculous.
You're blind, half naked, and blind.
Don't talk to me like I'm Amy, Josephine. I am your elder, and what's more, I am acting like a lady. Ow.
Miss March! Look, Cinderella, I've conjured up a wobbly old prince.
It's Mr. Brooks, Meg. Who? The Lawrence boys' tutor?
As Miss March is our governess, you two should have plenty to talk about. Lesson plans and trigonometry and chalk. I insist that you fearsome scholars take a turn about the room now.
Madam.
And Miss Josephine. I'll dig up some creature for you. Somehow, some way. You stay right there. Stay! Oh, please excuse me.
No, stay. I'll go.
If I disturbed you, I'm
I
sorry.
only ducked in here to escape. A fellow refugee then.
Don't go. Unless you'd rather.
I think I've had the pleasure of seeing you before, madame.
I believe you live next door.
Sort of. Funny how stiff one gets in these situations. Drag me to a social and I'm a cat on a leash.
Dead cat on a leash.
Oh, how's your little sister, Miss March?
She's fine, Mr. Lawrence, but I'm not Miss March. I'm Joe.
I'm not Mr. Lawrence. I'm Lord.
Lord Lawrence, that's terrific.
I might be on this theater, but the boys called me Dora, so I thrashed them into saying Theodore instead.
Really?
No, I've never thrashed anybody. Yet.
Tell you a secret? I hate Josephine. She said,
Thanks awfully. These bumps are like the devil.
these boots are dainty little tortures. But, as Aunt March says, let us be elegant or die. I'm a businessman, lady, I mean. So I wait on my great aunt for wages. She's a nasty old cat, but come the new year, she'll take me to Europe. Wouldn't bring me along so I could pay for my own board, but I finally saved up enough to go. Who knows what I'll be in Europe?
I know something about doing the bidding of cross old people.
Do you work?
No, I get tutored. My grandfather has great plans for me and bought me out of a draft. I am someday to be a tedious, tight of issue. So I must grind away during college, where I will learn how to do what I don't wish to do, in order that I may do more of what I don't like in the future.
Lucky?
What?
Lucky to go to college. How can you complain of that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so awkward, honestly. If Meg were here, she'd cough herself into a fit over me being boyish.
No, I like it.
Tell you a secret? I'm not very good at this whole lady thing.
I'm not very good at being a gentleman. So perhaps we should just be ourselves.
Do you mind if I take these boots off? They're killing me.
Oh, man, insane.
Look at them side by side.
I'd rather be a girl than a boy.
You wouldn't?
Then I wouldn't have to do all the things that men are supposed to do. Waste away life in billiards, business, march off to war because I'm feeling as granny. If I were a lady, I'd be posing the piano all day. Nobody would bother me.
Nobody would bother you, except to tell you to wash the dishes, or tie your children, or catch yourself a man before you become an old man. At least your grandfather has plans for you. I would like to be a great writer, or a famous actor, or a soldier alongside my father. But I'm scarcely let out of the house without being told what a disgrace I am. If I were a boy, people would care more about what I could do than what I should do, and I'd be thought a tremendous talent instead of a big ugly stone in the flower garden.
Not ugly at all. I mean, I like your gloves. They're spandy.
Spandy?
What is that?
My notebook. I always carry it with me to write down words for my great novels in there. Spandy. An outfit is made by gloves. That's what Marty says.
Marmy?
You say it instead of mother. You must find that childish.
Not at all. You're Marmy. I watch her sometimes. I mean, that is sometimes. When you forget to draw the curtain, I can see you all together. I haven't got a mother anymore, you know.
That poke is gay, isn't it?
You look at
No? Well, yes, but I'm sure to break something, or step on somebody's toes, or step on something, or break somebody's toes.
I'm hardly enough.
Oh, such an awkward old fellow, honestly.
Come on, Joe. What are you, afraid?
It's you who should be afraid of Lori. No, you leave. Oh, Meg,
Brooks, where are the shoes?
Joe, I can't see anything. There was a blur in the cup with my ankle.
I have your glasses. Do you want them?
Like a gentleman looking?
You walk home.
We can't afford a carriage. Miss March, I can't bear a damsel in distress. Please, you must take our coach. Bully, I'll spring our man around.
Give the Mingots a regrets, Joe.
Bully!
In an appropriate manner!
Miss March, I must have given you a wrong turn in the dance. It's my leg.
No. I got myself into this. I was being childish and silly and too vain about my looks, and now everybody's evening is ruined.
Nobody's evening was ruined,
Pardon me.
and I don't think you could ever be too vain about your looks.
Cinderella, you're coming so well!
Miss Josephine? Miss Josephine, look, I've dug somebody out for you.
My fair Lucilla, you shall yet be my bride. My spells hold and bind you, captive at my side.
Oh, sad my heart. Oh, mad my heart. Oh, what an end of a maiden's art. Joe, I have some questions about this rhyme.
Keep going.
I loved you once, Rodrigo, but those days are no more. I can't go back to being who I was before. All things change, Rodrigo, whatever spell you say. You can't turn me to stone, and you can't make me stay.
I can make whatever thing I wish come true. I'm all powerful. I'll show the world, show you. I'll take you back in time, turn back that clock, back to those better days. Time itself I mock. I won't accept this change. Not now, not ever. I'll make you stay the same, and I'll make it last forever. Ma ha ha ha! Ma ha ha ha!
Meg, Lucilla screams thrillingly.
Oh, sweet rude Bella!
Lucilla!
This beard keeps falling off.
Lucilla screams thrillingly.
Oh, sweet Lucilla! It is I. It is I, brave Valentino, wandering knight of some renown, sworn to her dalliance.
Deliverance.
Line.
Sword to her.
Deliverance.
Stop!
Speed to the breast of my manly foe.
Stop! This isn't working.
Of course it's not working. You won't let me get my lines out.
Problem here is that Amy is not a convincing gentleman. If it's not realistic, why should we care?
This is a play about a wizard.
Yes, but without any truth, it's dry and stakeless.
Perhaps I could play the gentleman, and Amy himself.
Oh!
Amy's too young.
Oh!
I regret to inform you, Amy, but you are dismissed.
Dismiss.
You can't help who you are, dear, but I shall write you a non-speaking role. A fairy, a servant,
Servant?
a woodland creature.
You can't dismiss me because I quit. This play is stupid and this role is stupider. It's about Christmas, but it doesn't have anything to do with that. No, angels or nativity or Saint Nick or anything.
Seasonal pageants are boring, Amy. I'm trying to do something original.
And you, stupid old Josephine, are absolutely autocratic.
Autocratic.
There are no small roles, Amy. Only small actors.
Joe, this is supposed to be fun.
Maybe it's hard for Amy because she's trying to be someone so different from herself. Maybe if this play were about real stories, about girls like us.
Those are even more boring than seasonal pageants. No. This play is perfect.
I just need to rethink casting. You don't need to put that.
No, I don't want anybody in the wrong role. I shall just spirit up an errant knight, a wandering gentleman of some renown. Somehow, some way. Humra, Shalakazam!
Mr. Lawrence.
The brave Valentino! The
Joe, may I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, Valentino, the diva wishes inside. Oh!
We don't want boys or Joe. He'll make fun of us.
Drew's not like that, Meg. We've become such friends in the last week, and he knows loads about sword fighting and mustachios and wonderful man things. I, for one, want to know.
This is a ladies' club.
You and these keys are broken, aren't they? I tinker around with my own piano a bit. Perhaps I could fix them.
See, gentle as any girl, and he's lonely up there in that big house with no one to talk to but his mean old grandfather, stuffy Tudor Brooks.
Mr. Brooks isn't stuffy.
Please, Meg, please. I want it. I need it. So much.
Mr. Lawrence, welcome to our company.
Beth, strike up a victory march.
Valentino, I finally got it to stick up. Oh my God.
The damsel!
Play, Beth, play. Ladies! Undo! Ladies! A gentleman's come calling. Grandfather.
Theodore, Brooks has been telling me you've been neglecting your studies.
I was just...
You have a part to play, Theodore, and not amongst the women.
Grandfather!
I have no time for these games. Come.
No, Joe. You can't keep him locked away like an ogre. He's a growing boy. He needs company and entertainment and sunlight in which to bloom.
My God, Joe, what are you saying?
Theodore is not some damsel in distress. He does not need your saving.
He's a gentleman in distress, and without him, our play is a disaster. Please. Christopher Columbus!
Joe, you shouldn't have interfered.
I can't abide seeing a body stuffed into the wrong role.
Oh, I don't know, Miss Meg. It's good to make friends with that boy. He may take a shine to one of you.
Hannah,
This is all that abominable Brooks' fault for tattling.
he isn't abominable.
What?
You're abominable.
What? Actresses! I didn't even do anything wrong. I don't know. Why are you so dressed up?
Where's Laurie?
Gone.
Ah! This is all your fault! You have ruined my day, and Meg's day, and Christmas!
Enter! Madame.
Mr. Lawrence,
I can't hear you, madame.
Mr. Lawrence, sir.
Speak up!
Mr. Lawrence, sir. I came to ask you if you won't let, please, your grandson to do our theatrical.
Why do you girls all think you don't need saving? Am I, as your sister said, an ogre?
No, sir. Lonely.
Me?
Laurie, sir. And he was kind about my piano, and he looked so happy when I said he might join our company. And if not, our play is a disaster, said Joe. And Amy said our Christmas is ruined.
What is your name?
Beth.
You must think me the villain from Mr. Dickens' book, Beth March, to ruin Christmas.
I think people don't always see exactly what they do, sir.
I imagine you see. I had a little girl once, eyes like yours. You like that piano? It belonged to her, Theodore's mother.
What happened to her?
She grew up. Run back to your mother.
Oh, sad my part, oh, mad my heart. Oh, what end of a maiden's art?
Other way, oh sad my heart, oh mad my heart.
No notes, Joe. You're lucky we came back at all.
Yes, no notes, Josephine, you promised.
Oh, sad my heart, oh, mad my part.
Oh, what end of a maiden's heart. The brave Valentino.
The fat Rodrigo. What are you doing here? It's a holiday miracle, Lucella. May I rejoin your company?
No.
Meg!
No, Lori, you're not a good upset your grandfather.
It's blessed by the old man himself. He had a visitation of the conscience.
Beth?
She couldn't have. She's back.
What can I ever, anything. Christmas, what does she want for Christmas?
What is she buying herself with her dollar?
She's buying something for Marmee.
Never have I felt like such a selfish child. I'll do the same. I'll buy Marmee a gift instead of something for myself.
Me too.
All right, fine. I will too.
That's all that Beth wants, I'm sure.
We can do better than that.
It's all for you, Marmee.
Army shoes, best to be had.
Handkerchiefs?
Beth did the embroidery.
And cologne, that's for me.
Girls, how?
We spent all our dollars.
You shouldn't have. We had a visitation of the conscience.
What about your gifts?
We have enough. You girls are growing up so fast.
Look at the flowers, Marmee. And we hung up mistletoe, you see? Beth, what is that over there?
What? In the corner?
Maybe St. Nicholas came.
Oh, yes. It must have been St. Nicholas.
Go and look.
Good, strong oak, no broken keys here.
See the brackets to hold candles.
And look real silk.
Girls, how? Not us more
think she'll never stop.
I wish I never had to.
Your fingers are going to fall off.
Miss March. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Would you like to dance?
Oh my god.
No?
There's music.
Christmas music, Brooks.
I'd like to try again.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It's I'll go.
No, I mean, yes. Yes, that's...
Oh my god.
Baby, hush.
You see that? No, Lori, I went blind for the holidays.
It's romantic.
It's disgusting.
Do you have such a low opinion on matrimony?
Matrimony! This is one dance. An incredibly awkward dance.
That's how it starts.
Meg is too young to be thinking about marriage.
We all grow up, but then
Ugh, stop. How could she want that?
Des gustibus non est desperatum.
Desgustibus non est desperatum.
Well, whatever Brooke said. A taste is not disputable.
You would lecture in a dead language. Stuff your books.
What do you want, old fellow, for Christmas?
Bootleg things.
Be serious, Joe. What do you really want? More than anything, I'll buy it for you.
Genius. Don't you wish you could buy it, Lori?
I wish you a great many things. Well,
Well, what?
I thought you liked to dance.
Not with that.
We can take off our shoes.
I'll dance with you, Lori.
I'll get you that, Joe.
Lori, look. Mistletoe.
What could that be?
Do we have to get that right now?
Perhaps it's St. Nicholas.
Then keep playing, Lori.
Is this the March household?
It is.
Telegram.
Merry Christmas.
Marmy? Mrs. March, your husband is gravely wounded. Come at once. Harewood Hospital, Washington.
But it's Christmas.
We'll get you tickets to Washington, Miss March. Next train out.
I'll run to the station now.
Oh, but it's Christmas. You
So
must...
let me give you something, Marmy.
Let me go with you, Miss March.
know.
A lady shouldn't be down there unescorted. Let me do my duty.
Joe, I'll leave what we have in the kitties.
If we empty the kitty, how will we pay the rent?
Hush, Amy, I don't know. Joe!
I'm going to need all of it.
I don't think you can go to Europe, dearest. Not this year. Joe? Joe!
But we did so good, and we gave up presents, and now we can't do the theatrical or anything, and it's not fair.
Mr. Brooks, I hope that our father will be better soon than you.
Don't cry, Miss March.
And you may be back about your business quickly. I'm sorry.
I mean, you may cry if you'd like. I just,
It's just my papa.
I would do anything to you to help you. You do know that, Miss March.
Call me Meg.
Oh,
Come round to me, girls.
Where's Joe?
Here I am, and here's to bring father home. You haven't done anything rash.
I only sold what was mine.
Joe, you're one beauty.
Well, I was wild thinking of father and us not being able to make rent or do anything, and I remembered that you say we can each do our part, so I thought that we could make your shop, and how I always see tales of hair there. So I ran down the street, and I pounded on his door, and I burst into his business, and I scared his wife half to death. But their son is in the army. She made me give him a good price for it, 25. See, I never felt a thing, just a big weight off my shoulders, and I kept a lock for you so you can lay it away, as you did when we were children. I bet it's the last girl's lock you'll ever have from any of us. From me. Marmy, aren't you pleased? My little women. Marches, march.
sake. Earthquake, Amy.
Don't write that down. Don't you dare write that down. Josephine!
Amy, don't shout. It isn't ladylike.
Tell her not to write.
Tell her not to put on airs.
My head hurts.
Girls, stop yelling. Yelling is not for ladies.
Yes, Hannah!
And if you don't clean up that mess, I'll give all your things to the street Irish. I swear I will.
Yes, Hannah!
We really ought to pull these decorations down.
I can't, for I'm going to visit the poor Hummel children. The baby's been sick. You weren't really got to go with me, Joe. I don't know what to do for her.
I can't today, Beth. I have to write to Marmy.
And to Brooke!
Don't be impertinent, Amy.
Don't be ridiculous, Amy.
And I have to dictate this week's menu to Hannah, for I'm mistress of the house now, you know.
Oh, really, Miss Meg? You ought to learn to cook yourself. Heaven knows you're old enough.
Mistress of the house.
Dictate the menu, my left foot.
Joe?
I can't today, for I have business.
What business? Plans with Lori? I saw him whispering to you. I know you're plotting something.
Eavesdropping is very unladylike.
Ah!
Amy, will you go with me to the Hummels?
I cannot see the dirty little Hummels, Elizabeth, for I have business of my own. Big, important business.
Hello. Why all the long faces?
Valentino, the walls have ears.
Ow, race! Miss Meg, time to get those fine hands of yours dirty.
Amy, I have business.
Joe March, published author. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah!
One teeny tiny story in one little newspaper. But my first check as a writer. $30 whole, can you believe it?
He ought to have paid more.
You drove a hard bargain, he didn't want to give you the net.
This is the first of many.
Do you really think so?
You'll be the talk of the whole union, of the whole planet.
That's what I want, Lori. That's what I wish more than anything. I don't want to write sentimental little lady stories. I don't want to live a small, well-behaved life. I want to be one of the greats and shape the world and outlive my time.
I want you to get everything, Joe. Everything you've ever wanted.
I can't thank you enough, Lori, for having the idea to do this.
I had to make up for you missing out on Europe, didn't I?
Well, with wages like these, I'll get there soon.
We make a good team, pulling together.
A mismatched team, more like. I don't believe that publisher believed you were my agent. You said you were my brother.
Your brother? No.
Hello? Beth.
The Hummel baby died, Joe. I was holding her, and I looked down, and I thought maybe if I prayed or sang to her or pretended that it didn't happen, that it wouldn't be true. But I was being childish. That I could make it better by wishing. Lori! Have you had scarlet fever? Joe did before I was born. When I was 7, scarlet fever? The other Hummels have sore throats, and my head hurts.
Aha! I caught you both!
Amy's never had it.
The gig I tell you is up!
And you have to go.
What?
Lori!
No, please don't send me away! I'm not!
She'll be better in a day or two, but we'll send for the doctor, just in case.
Should we write to Marmy?
And frighten the poor woman? Don't you dare. I wouldn't write her unless it was very bad. Miss Beth will be better when the week is through. Better by next week, I'm sure.
Lori, you're still here. Of course. Please, let me do something for you, Joe. No, I can't abide a damsel in distress.
Lori. Reese.
one growing different than the other. Miss Beth was always so delicate.
She'll be better soon, won't she? Hannah, she'll be right to Marmee.
No, I'll do it myself.
Please don't send me away!
Amy, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in our marches.
I ran away. Please don't make me go back.
Beth isn't infectious anymore.
She's too young.
We're all too young for this.
Beth, we're here.
All of us.
Oh, tell me a story. Once upon a time, there was a father and a mother, 4 girls, but the best of them all, the conscience of the family, her name was Beth. And when that girl died, in this story, Beth, the girl never dies. She just stays with that family, and together they were whole.
And together, they were safe.
And together they lived happily ever after.
They lived. Beth!
Lori! Meg! Joe! Where have you been?
Lori!
Marmee!
The fever broke Marmee. Beth is so much better.
Merry Christmas, girls. We have brought you a very late gift.
Mr. March! Miss March, how fast can those newly-fangled telegrams go? I just wrote to you this morning.
Lori fetched us yesterday, Hannah.
Mr. Theodore, how to have you whipped! Oh, Mr. March, to have you home again.
Old fellow, how could I ever thank you?
Mr. Brooks, how can I ever thank you?
Come, John.
Lori, do something. Brooks is behaving dreadfully, and Meg likes it.
I haven't taken any of the decorations down.
What should we do?
Joe, look. Mistletoe.
Don't wake!
I can make whatever thing I wish come true. I'm all powerful. I'll show the world. Show you. I'll take you back in time, turn back that clock, back to those better days. Time itself I mock. I won't accept this change, not now, not ever. I'll make you stay the same, and I'll make it last forever.
Joe, wait, stop. Stop! What is Valentino's motivation in this scene?
What?
We don't have Lucella anymore, so why does he want to fight Rodrigo?
Lori.
Why wouldn't they just, I don't know, go play billiards? Why are we pretending it's the same?
Lori.
Now that Meg's gone, perhaps you can be the lead.
Meg's coming back. She's just busy with the babies for a bit.
That won't change anytime soon, Joe.
I'm Rodrigo.
I need a break.
About 5 minutes?
Oh, why don't you want to play Lucella? She gets to drag around in costume jewelry and scream thrillingly.
You've answered your own question.
And you get to flirt with the loyal-hearted Valentino.
Army doesn't approve of flirts.
Flirting is just a game men and women play. You like games.
Not that kind.
Well, I'm glad. Some of the ladies I meet go on such a rate that I'm embarrassed for them, like Sally Mingot. If you had heard how she spoke to me at last week's dance, and how us men talked about her afterwards, oh, if you could be in my place, you would see things that would astonish you.
If I could be in your place,
What? Why should you mock girls for doing what you all do? Ladies can never win at that game, can they?
Don't be funny, Joe.
Well, one set of rules for you and another for me. Always, always, always.
I only mean some girls do flirt with me, but I prefer what you do. Don't do. I prefer you, old fellow, just as you are. Won't you show me some kindness, Joe? I'm off to college tomorrow, and you won't see me for months and months.
I know.
Will you cry, watching me ride away on my white steed?
I'll be burning up with jealousy, wishing I could play your part. But I might as well wish for the moon. Instead, I'll wither away in Aunt March's service with nothing, clinging to her phantom promises of Europe till I turn gray.
Tell me what I can do to make you happy.
Just do your best at school, since I can't.
I'll make something of myself for you, but promise me something in return. Promise me you won't just mope around snuffling, and promise me you'll finally finish that novel you've been scribbling away at for years and send it out into the world.
Oh, Lord.
We'll both get what we want, if we only try. And if you send out that whopping novel, I'll give you what you've always wanted.
Bootlaces?
Joe, I will take you to Europe.
Lori?
We'll have an adventure, you and me, just as long as we promise to stay true to each other. Do you promise?
Go and make something of yourself out there, now that you've grown too tall to be ornamental. I will miss you so much.
Damn it, Joe. We're too old for that anymore.
Lori, that said you to Lucella. I'll play with you.
No, we're done. For now. Swear you'll see me off tomorrow, Joe?
As I am a gentleman. We could still rehearse, Amy. You could be Lucella. If you promise to take it seriously and memorize your lines properly and...
For whom will we be doing this play? Marmee? Father?
I don't know.
They have grandchildren to amuse them now.
Amy.
Nobody wants this. Nobody needs this. This kind of thing is inappropriate for women of your age. I'm doing you a favor by telling you. Did I hear you say you'll see Lori off tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, you can't. You promised to call an Aunt March with me.
I spend enough time bowing and scraping Aunt March in my working hours.
Poor people are well advised to please rich ones.
So we waste all our days pandering to millionaires just because they have money.
Money that we need. You act like it's such a hardship sitting with Aunt March, but she's paid you for it. Amy.
You have no idea what it's like. You don't know how terrible it is spending years pretending to be someone you're not.
Maybe it's time to be realistic, Josephine, about your prospects and give up childish and, frankly, egocentric aspirations about showing them all and setting the world on fire. And maybe you'll resent people less. It's not everyone else's fault that you don't feel like you're living up to your potential. Amy! Just bite your tongue and humor poor old Aunt March. You don't have to agree to be agreeable.
What about Lori?
He'll be better off without you. And Josephine, tomorrow I trust you will wear something appropriate.
Joe.
What a remarkable outfit, Josephine. Why, thank you, Aunt March. I so agree. Read to us. I'm not here to work, Auntie. This is a social call. For Dicey's sermons. Sermon 1. A lady knows her place.
Knows her place. Knows her place.
You did well, lady. A lady prizes presentation.
Why, thank you, Auntie. So do you.
So do you. So do you.
A lady speaks with discretion.
And Polly is so charming.
Mind your fingers. A lady behaves cautiously.
Charming.
Charm. How does your father fare, child?
A little better, Aunt March.
Better. Not for long, I'm sure. Not for long. Not for long.
A lady holds her tongue.
He ought to never have gotten in the war, but then we should never have had a war at all.
Oh, Aunt.
But your parents are both the same. Your father and his radical abolitionism.
Now, Auntie.
A lady holds her tongue.
And your mother and her immigrant trash. I told her, you go amongst that filthy boat rabble. Boat rabble. You never know what's going to come trailing home after you. And look what happened. She never listened to sage advice from cooler heads. She always wished to slum around amongst the lesser classes, and so she nearly killed your half-wit sister. Half-wit? Josephine, what on earth?
Just be agreeable.
Joseph. You're right, you're so right, On March, you're so right, Amy. We should have never gone into the war. Who cares if people are being enslaved? That's hundreds of miles away. Why should it bother us? Why should we take any action?
Josephine.
Who cares if people are starving in the tenements? That's right in our backyards, but why should we lift a finger? No, we should sit on our hands and shut our mouths lest we disturb others. Civility at all costs, that's what I say. Civility before humanity. Joe, we should have no objections, isn't that it, Amy? No egocentric aspirations to change the world. We should be adults, and the adult thing is to do nothing and say nothing, and if we accomplish nothing, then that's for the best. We should stay at home and close our eyes and accept the same evils forever.
Josephine! You've made your point. You may be quiet now.
Quiet now. Quiet now.
Christopher Columbus.
What a speech, Josephine, but I am glad to know your true thoughts at last.
Auntie!
Listen, I have long planned to make a European tour.
Long plan indeed.
And since Josephine is so cross-patched against leaving home and can't keep a civil tongue in her head, I was wondering if you may like to be my lady companion.
Auntie, you've been promising me this for
Don't
years.
you yell at me, Josephine.
After all this time, after all this work.
I promised to bring a lady companion. A lady. A lady.
Amy?
Yes, yes, please, Aunt Martin, thank you.
Marty!
There is nothing to be done, Joe. Aunt chooses Amy.
Amy's too young.
I'm not. I'm a woman grown. And it's your own fault anyway. If you hadn't been so nasty and intemperate and bitter.
Bitter for years to swallowing by.
Girls, please, you'll wake your father. You think I'm stupid, Josephine, but I know more about the world than you ever did. You think that if you go to Europe, things will be so different that you'll get to be and do whatever you want, but Europe isn't the set of one of your theatricals. You don't get to make up what happens in life. There are rules over there just like here. Aunt March is taking me along because I'm smart enough to keep my peace. Because I act like a lady and you never did.
Don't you understand, Amy? I could never be a lady. Not even if I tried. Not even if I wanted to be one. Like they don't say. Look at that awkward boy in the dress. Stumbling on his every thought. Thinking about every word. Biting his tongue till it fell off. I can never be someone like you. So I might as well be what I am.
So be what you are, Josephine, and live with the consequences.
It's always so Amy gets just what she wants and I get all the drudgery.
Don't think Amy always gets what she wants. I'm glad you're not going yet, Joe, for I should miss you.
I shall never go at all. I work and push and try, and because I'm not exactly what everybody wants me to be, all gets thrown away.
I wouldn't enjoy the trip as Aunt March's handmaiden anyhow. Amy has no grand ambitions and little else to amuse her now that she's growing up. At least you still have your writing.
I meant what I said to Amy, Marty. I shall never be a lady. I will never be a woman like you.
Joe, you don't have to be. Joe?
I'll show Amy. I'll go to Europe, and I won't have to bow and scrape and sacrifice every part of myself to get ahead. I can do it my own way.
How?
My book, I promised Lori, and he promised me I have to write.
But Joe!
I have to write! I have to write. I said I have to. Meg.
Hello, Joe.
Meg, it's been months since you visited. What are you doing here?
The stage is still set up, I see.
I knew you'd be back.
Am I too late for rehearsal?
Are the babies all right?
What?
Is that blood?
It's Jam.
Jam?
Watch out, you've been writing too many stories. Don't be so dramatic.
Meg, why are you crying?
Where is Maureen?
She's changing Papa's bandages.
I'll come back another time.
You could talk to me?
I need a grown woman's perspective.
Well, I'm here, Meg.
I can't say. It's too shameful.
Try.
Well, I'm home alone with the babies all day, you know, and Demi is starting to crawl. I can't leave him alone for a moment, but then I see him head toward the fire.
Yes.
And Daisy has a colic. She won't stop crying, and they're both teething.
Yes.
And I never realized what an angel Hannah is here. All the chores, they just never end, and we can't afford any help. John works hard enough just to keep a roof over our head, and I'm so tired of being poor. It's not fun at all being mistress of the house, really. So, I'm home alone with the twins, Joe. Alone, all day, and all day of every day, I'm fighting. I'm fighting a battle against all the nappies and bottles and swaddling clothes in the world, and I'm always losing.
Oh, Meg.
But today, they finally took a nap at the same time. It was so quiet, and I sat, and I thought, what if I could have anything I wish in the world right now? And I thought, all I want is jam!
Oh, Meg. It's okay to have jam.
So I tore through our cupboards, and I found some dusty old pot of raspberry, and I ate it right out of the jar I chose, like a child, and was happy for one moment. Just one little peaceful moment, just for me. And then, just then, like she sensed it. Daisy woke up and started wailing, and that woke up Demi, and he started wailing, and I should have gone to pick them up, but then I just couldn't. I started wailing, and that's how John found me, crying and covered with jam with the baby screaming in their nursery. And John asked why I hadn't picked up the babies, and I cried, and he asked why I hadn't made dinner, and I cried, and he asked why I was so messy, and I cried, and then he told me I was being hysterical, and I said hysterical is just what men call women who bear and bear what men never could, and then finally snapped.
Serves him right, Stuffield Brooks.
He is, isn't he? Stiff and stuffy. Thank you. And then we had a big row, and I told him if he wanted a perfect lady at all times, that he could just go off and find one. I stormed out. And I just wanted to come home. Real home, you know?
Of course.
I just want to come back and be a little girl again. And not somebody's crying mother or somebody's jam-covered wife.
Then do that, Meg.
Could the babies come too? I couldn't leave them.
They could sleep in the attic.
I don't think there'll be space in it. They keep growing and growing.
everything can be just as it was.
What about John?
Forget him. It never happened. Stuffy, old, gross.
Meg, I'm sorry. I've been working so hard, and I was very cruel, very
Stiff.
rigid. Yes. Unfeeling, very
Stuffy?
stuffy. Please come home, Meg. I need you. The babies need you.
No. Not Stuffy John.
Meg,
Please, forgive me, Joe. I was just being childish.
but didn't you want to talk to Joe?
I'm the Marmee now.
Oh, what end of a maiden's art? I have to write.
Joe, you've been working so hard for months. Won't you come out and talk to me?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. I'm done. I'm done. If everything changes, then I'll change everything. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. My truth is marching on.
Who's that?
Joe March.
Who?
We met last year. You published one of my short stories in your novel, The Spell of Rodrigo.
I buy a lot of stories. Do you bring another?
Something better. My very first world premiere novel.
Novel.
A whole work about Rodrigo, an epic. It has everything. Love and tragedy and sword fighting and pirates and dragons and fairies and love and birth and death and heavy themes. And it's set all over Europe. So,
I'm not in the market for any ladies' novels.
but you have a press downstairs with books in the window.
Those are works of literature, not sentimental pieces.
This is serious. I've worked on it for years.
I assume you're a woman? Then this is a ladies' novel. It doesn't matter how you dress it up, Miss March. There are legitimate places in the world for women's voices. Bring me another sweet little story. It helps out powder if I run next to the ads.
This is a whole book.
15 for a story and put some heaving bosoms in it.
15? Last time you paid me 30.
Meow, seems to me that last time you had a cooler head negotiating for you. Where's your agent? Some gentlemen won't pay a lady at all, but I'm forward thinking. A little advice, Miss March. Next time you think to step into this world, you bring that agent, or your father, or your husband. And remember, I'm one of the good ones.
How did it go?
They didn't want it.
Are you all right?
I was just being childish.
Do you want to write? Will that make you feel better?
My stories are lightweight, sentimental. They don't mean anything.
Oh, Joe. Maybe if you tried writing something real, something from your life.
My life, nobody wants to read about that. About a house full of stupid, naive little girls, about someone like me. Someone awkward and deluded and not a real woman, or...
That's not true.
It is, and pretending it were different won't change anything.
Do you want to write a play, or do you...
I'm
do you
too
want to-
old for that now.
Will you tell me a story? A real one?
Beth, stop!
Can anything make you feel better, Joe?
No.
Not anything.
Lori!
Miss March, Miss Lawrence from next door, you may remember from our misbegotten youth.
Stop that.
No! How do I look, Joe? Like a real college man?
You look like a man. Wait, have you kept our promise?
Studied myself to a skeleton all semester and got top marks with honors.
Oh, Lori.
I was motivated.
I'm so proud of you.
I've been a good boy. A good man.
A good old fellow.
How have you been, old fellow?
One trouble comes on top of the next.
Come, what's the matter? You know I can't bear a damsel in distress.
I
can't say. It's too shameful.
Couldn't you finish your novel?
I did finish here, see? 3 cheers for the great authoress! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Don't. I met with the publisher and it was dreadful. Amy is going to Europe because she's a lady, and Meg's gone forever because she's a mother, and I've been working for so hard for so long, and I'm not anything.
Well, Joe.
There's no place for me in this world. Everything's changing, and everyone's growing up in a way. I don't know what to do.
Hold on to me. So you don't have a publisher, but yet you'll find someone or something. You just have to keep trying.
But you don't understand. If I don't get something published, Lori, I'll never be one of the great minds. I'll be a nobody, wasting all my time serving old rich people like Aunt March, with no money and no importance until the day I die and am forgotten.
Since when are you so grim?
Since you went away.
Well, you don't have to make the money now.
Of course I do.
Perhaps someone just give it to you. Don't laugh. A sort of night, maybe like Brave Valentino.
That's just a story. I should know. I'm the one who made it up.
A friend of mine. Somebody who loves you.
Lori.
I've loved you ever since I first saw you. Joe, won't you? It's perfect. You must admit that. I'm with a family already, and I have money, so you'll never have to work again. I told you I'd take you to Europe. It'll be our honeymoon.
So Amy is a lady, and Meg's a mother, and I'd be a wife.
I don't want to change you, Joe. I just want you to be you, and me to be me, and us to be together.
Can't we just stay as we are?
I can't pretend that we're still little children playing fellows. I need something more. Don't you?
Not that. Oh, please don't cry.
I know it's not manful.
Please, it's not that, I swear.
Don't you love me? Even a little, Joe?
Not a little, Lord. So much. But not as you want me to. It's not me.
I'm not going back to college now.
What?
I was only there for you.
You'll get over this eventually, Lori. You'll find a girl who will love you and who will be a fine lady for your house. And me, you'd grow ashamed of me by and by, and you'd come to hate my writing, and we would be unhappy.
That's not true.
You're just making up something in your head, a part, an idea of a man, something you picked up from college or the world or your friends, but it's not me. It's not even you. We can go right back to being what we want. You just have to shake off this childish fantasy.
It's not childish, Joe. It's called growing up. It's real, and we can never go back. Why can't you want what any other woman would want?
I'm not like other women. I thought you understood.
I hope you get what you do want, Joe. Whatever that is.
Lori.
Lori, welcome home!
Not him. Not now.
Lori.
What was that about?
Nothing. Why do you care?
What did you do to Lori?
Leave me alone, Amy.
Joe,
I'll never get out of here, Beth. I'll never get what I need.
what happened?
Lori made an offer to me,
He what?
and I had to refuse him.
You what?
I've lost my best friend, and everything's ruined forever.
Joe, nothing lasts forever. How could you be so stupid? Amy, you always just do whatever you want and never care how
I never get to do what I want.
And rude and blind. You are Josephine. You are absolutely purist.
Purist?
Childish, silly.
Puerile?
Yes, but purist too. So selfish and unyielding, and don't you dare write that down. Don't. I'm warning you.
Why stop now, purist?
You are impossible. You can't be the way you are.
And yet,
Let's go talk to Marmee.
Enter. Enter!
Oh. Can't you play something gayer, Lori?
No. You can tell Joe I won't bother your family anymore.
But your family.
I'm going away, Beth.
Where?
Not back to college.
Maybe to Europe. Amy's going, you know, with Aunt March. I'm sure she'd love a visit in Italy. Or a companion.
Amy is just a little girl.
Not anymore. You must see that. And she's fond of you. I came here once to talk to your grandfather about changing his mind. It was hard, but then things got better for all of us.
Everything's ruined forever for me now.
Nothing lasts forever. Lori, I think sometimes we want so badly, we don't see what we have.
Escape into writing for a while, Joe. Who knows what will come of it at the end? You should go check on Papa. Has anybody seen my book? Perhaps it's over here? Amy, do you have it?
I do not.
Maybe it's in the other room?
I warned you.
What?
You've been torturing me for years, writing down every word I misspoke, making me feel stupid. Rampaging through life with your rough ways, never caring if you hurt Lori, or me, or anybody. But you'll have nothing to show for it now, or it's gone.
What?
If you're looking for your notebook, Josephine, there in the fire you shall find your lesson at last.
This notebook?
What?
This is the book I write your malapropisms in. What did you burn, Amy?
Not this notebook here. Oh, no.
Joe, not your novel!
Oh, Joe, no, you'll burn yourself.
Was it her novel?
Amy, what have you done?
That was her only copy, Amy. It was the notebook. They look the same.
Joe, stop, please, stop.
Josephine.
Joe, my only copy. That is no excuse for violence. Of work, my stories, my childhood gone.
It was an accident.
I can never do it again.
I didn't mean to.
Jealous you did because you're jealous.
Joe. Jealous of an old monster like you? Amy, you great ugly boy. I shouldn't be surprised you treat a lady. Amy, no. It serves you right. Joe, no! Do you a favor, Josephine, getting rid of that rubbish. Now you can finally accept reality.
I shall never forgive you. Never.
Joe.
You and I, it's over. Perhaps we should retire until dinner. I can't eat at the same table as her, Marvin.
Marvin, I don't feel safe.
You shouldn't feel safe, you're not.
Maybe you'd like to visit with Meg for a while, dear.
Why should she go? Why am I always sent away?
Amy.
She always gets what she wants. But it doesn't matter. I'll go to Meg's, and then I shall go to Europe with Aunt March, and there, I imagine I'll meet somebody wonderful and get married, and then we shall never be under the same roof again. Me and my failure sister.
Let's go pack some things.
You're not my sister. Joe! Leave me alone.
Oh, Joe.
Amy's right. It's been years and we've never had peace. We're too different. We should just give up and go our separate ways.
But we're family.
Why should people be forced together when they want nothing in common? Amy will go to Europe and then to some gentleman, and I will stay here, always getting older and angrier and more bitter. Let us grow apart. It's healthier for all involved.
I can't believe that's right.
People change, they move on and away. The bonds, the dreams that we once had are childish. They mean nothing now. I'm tired of breaking everything, breaking myself against every wall. I'm done. Let the war be over.
speaking with him now. How long have you been feeling sick again?
I never really felt well after the fever. And I know I'll never get better.
Don't say that.
What did the doctor say?
The doctor?
So, I was right.
Please, it'll be...
I'm ashamed I've done so little. I'm not like the rest of you. I never made plans about what I'd do when I grew up. The thought of being married or moving on. I could never imagine myself anything but stupid Beth sitting at home.
You're not stupid.
But I never wanted to go away. I was afraid of being homesick, Joe. And I worry about all of you without me.
Don't worry. I'll take care of everyone, just as you do.
What?
It's all right. I've decided to give up on my childish fantasies of riding out and changing the world. Running off to Europe. I'll stay home and be everything to Father and Marmee. I'll give up writing, make the house cheerful. I'll do my duty.
What?
Beth, I have finally grown up.
What?
I have no heart for writing anymore, and I thought you could
How can you say that? That's not growing up. That's giving up.
Please calm down.
So you'd play the new Beth to them, Joe? That's not the part for you. You get the privilege of growing up, so use it. Don't waste your life trying to be a violet if you're a chestnut bird, prickly on the outside and soft on the inside, or a big rigid oak tree, or stupid rock even, whatever you find out that you are, Joe. I don't want that.
I don't think I've ever seen you angry before.
You've proven you can provoke anything. Don't give up. Write the real stories, Joe. Write that at once. You promise me.
Beth, is there anything I can get for you?
All I want is the family I have without Joe. Where's Amy?
Oh, she'll visit soon with Meg and the babies.
I know you two are different, but make amends.
Oh, I don't.
Bring her and Lori. Bring them together. Joe, tell me a story.
Now?
A real one.
Once upon a time, there was a family. That family lived in a small house in the shadows of a big city. And outside that city was an even bigger country.
And that country went to war?
To war with itself.
And that was hard.
Yes, but that family stayed together because even if the world had split apart, together they were whole.
Nothing lasts forever.
But the best of them all, the conscience of the family, was named Beth.
And when that girl died?
In this story, Beth, the girl never dies. She stays with that family. Together, they were whole.
Marmee, will you bring the flowers closer?
Sisters, sisters, will you join us? Sisters, sisters, will you join us? Sisters, sisters, will you join us? For the union keeps us strong.
Look at them, all together. So beautiful.
Beth! this little girl helped her family, though they weren't perfect. She did her work, though it was humble, and she learned her lessons, though they were small. She never had any magical powers, and she never went on any big adventures. She loved her monster instead of slaying it. Beth's story is not some great epic. That's why it needs to be told. In this story, the girl never dies.
Joe, tell it again.